I don't know that fire's going to be available though. It's like if you take Parasol. The best comes last. That's right. Circus Throw. It does list off moves sometimes. Oh god, I just dropped that power for no reason. Raise your spear and lead the charge. Bust out spear barrages and moondrops. Use it underwater. Spin it around and take flight. I guess they're a bit informative, but... they always struck me as kind of fun descriptions rather than super serious ones still. Just not as fun. I guess there are moves, so they have a bit more to go by. Just one sec. Alright, my meal sequence today is breakfast, lunch, and brunch. Okay. Yeah, Squeak Squad is really one of a kind, I think is what I was getting at. Like, these ability descriptions... are reasonably comparable. It's just they actually talk about moves. I remember who the boss is. Let's go Parasol. There is some word art in the Game Boy games, though. The GBA games. I am not equipped for this. Oh, water! There's the water shot. Oh my god. Spat a fish at me. How was I supposed to expect that? How does that happen? It's actually fun. like that. Uh-oh. I need my spear back. Okay. So I'm gonna go against that wall. Got him. So I think the I don't know. I don't know what would be the difference between, like, because that manual description from Amazing Mirror, the one that you quoted there, is a lot more in line with what we have in Return to Dreamland. Oh, Squeak Squad manual. Okay. New abilities plus elements plus sword. Was there an ice sword? There was ice bomb, but I didn't really catch if there was ice sword. I never saw the other swords. Yeah, I didn't know there was an electric version of the other abilities. I'm kind of curious to see what those would have looked like now. I thought it showed everything, but no. Ice is really fun in this game, by the way. I was scrolling back a bit so that I could take in the details a little bit in the background. Do not want to take fire. I love ice. Ice is so good. Oh, those are ice cream trees. Okay. It's a lot easier to see them whenever they're kind of in the foreground. Like in the distance back there on the left, they're kind of hard to see from this far. So, like, okay. Those ice volcanoes and, like, the floating ice rocks and stuff, those are the kinds of things that I really like the idea of in an open world game, or like an open world survival game or something. If you want to create a really awesome landscape for me to explore, why doesn't it have features like ice volcanoes? Like, that'd be so cool. I would see that and be like, oh my god, I want to go there. I would circle the volcano looking for a cave that goes in. Maybe I'd climb to the top and dig through the ice to see what's underneath it. Like, I just want to explore that. I want to know more about the ice volcano. The ice volcano is so good. I'd take a moment. Because normally, I feel like I've explored realistic landscapes so much. I'm just ready to step away from that and go straight into the ridiculous landscapes that are in the Kirby universe. We need open world survival games that just have completely absurd, outlandish background terrain. You could even copy directly from Kirby. I don't mind. I just want to explore it. I just want to see all of the coolest stuff. Yeah, I need those. Run them pretty low. I think part of the issue is it's like, realistically, what would you imagine would go in the ice volcano, right? How would you actually make something that doesn't exist? Because then you have to keep like the whole team on the same page. I don't know. I think it would be really easy to have some sort of vague, directionless aesthetic whenever you have a really unusual world. Whenever it's like really grounded in reality, what you can do is you can just tell people, did I miss out? Whenever it's grounded in reality, what you can do, oh god, is you can just tell your 3D modeler, hey look, we need a volcano guy, dude. And then they'll know what to do. And everybody will be like, okay, well what could we put in a volcano? I don't know. Dragons? Maybe a dragon lives in the volcano. That's kind of cool. And it's all stuff that we like basically understand. Kirby has this really wild aesthetic that has never been seen before. It's not anywhere else. It's wildly imaginative. So, like, if you told somebody, look, we need an icy snowfield with ice made of hexagons and volcanoes made of ice and ice cream trees, they'll be like, oh, well, what the heck do we do with that? Yeah, it defies the standard mythos. That's a good way to put it. Actually does do a decently large amount of damage. If nothing else, people can at least fall back on like Tolkien fantasy or something if they're not sure what to populate the world with. Just put dragons in it, you know? Or whatever. That might go further back than Tolkien, I don't know. But, yeah. People have stuff that they can just fall back on to fill in any gaps. You end up with a somewhat unified aesthetic. Monster Hunter, in general, does really good landscapes. I think. At least World Onward. Rise has really good landscapes too. Ice is a lot of fun, because you can just see the enemies fly away as you launch them. I think the way that Dark Souls does it, I'm basically okay with. Even if they cheat the exact placements of things a bit, I'm fine with it. As long as you can see something and then be like, oh, that looks cool, I wonder what it's like, and then go there and find out. Like, that's usually what I want out of it. Kirby 64 actually does a little bit of cheating. Because it'll be like, oh, check out this really cool pyramid in the background, and then you walk forward, and forward isn't actually forward, it's just... you basically just walk in a circle and eventually get back to the pyramid. You know what I mean? Oh, right. I remember now. Or, like, if I saw the ice volcano, and then there was eventually a later level that was set in the ice volcano, I can go, oh, I'm in the ice volcano. And it's fine. I don't need, like, a seamless world where I go there. Not necessarily. You can do things like that. You can have instances that represent the ice volcano. Even. You can do things like that, that's fine. I'm okay with a little bit of non-Euclidean space. Honestly, that makes things better. But, the main thing is, I just want to see something that's wild and fantastical, and I want to be able to see it and then maybe subsequently go there. That's the thing that I like. That's the thing that I would like to do. But I don't have to be able to see everything. Anyway. Ice Volcano just makes me think of, like, unusual places in general. Like the anatomy of a really cool, interesting original fantasy world. Ultimately, all I want to see are things I've not seen very much before. One thing that I actually didn't realize I hadn't seen much before until a game showed me is an area that kind of looks like it's outside, but actually you're underground. Like it's this massively wide open cavern. It even has a light bathing the ground. Sometimes, like maybe there's a farm. It's like kind of weird. You're obviously in a cave. There's no sunlight. Or maybe there is sunlight, but it's like shining down a beam in a very particular location or something. It's minimal sunlight. Just a massive cave. Great Cave Offensive is close enough, you know? Great Cave Offensive has some really interesting architecture in it. It doesn't have to be, oh, I saw this cool thing in the background and got to go there. It's just consistently there's interesting architecture. The giant cave with the huge castle is something that I found really striking when I first saw it. And one of the things I'm thinking about now is one of the Skyrim mods is a sequence of caves that like goes all under the world map. There's just an absurd amount of caves. That one I'm getting too, that mod. Looks really good. And that includes a screenshot of like a snowed in fortress that's in darkness. And I can only assume it's like sunken underground or something weird. I want locations that defy all logic, and then you maybe explain them. How is this fortress underground? And don't explain it with, oh, the fortress just sank. It's kind of weird. The plate shifted and the fortress just sank underground. Have you played the most popular game of all time, Undertale? Yes, I have. I've probably beaten Undertale like 18 times. I've beaten Undertale a lot. I like Undertale. It's a very good game. It was actually exactly what I needed around the time it came out. But, yeah, it also has very good caves. Like, Snowden is actually kind of perfect. Snowden is great because it's a snowy forest, but ultimately it takes place in a cave. It's just a particularly weird thing to find in a cave, but it does take place in a cave. The whole game. The Toby Kirby connection continues to hold strong. Well, that's good. Thank goodness. Although I like Kirby, I think for different reasons. I like Kirby games because of the challenge and the sheer amount of content, which just sounds wrong to say. The Kirby song in Deltarune. I don't. Although I want to say this too. Something I want to do, though I don't know when I'm gonna be able to. I don't know when it's gonna happen because it kind of depends a bit on Toby. I actually want to stream Deltarune and Undertale, maybe Undertale before it, because some say the two are connected. So I want to actually play through all of the chapters of Deltarune at once. I may even avoid playing the chapters going forward after Chapter 2, and try to avoid all the spoilers so that it's as surprised as possible. Actually, that may not be feasible. Do not consider that a promise. I want to... I've played Chapter 1 and 2 of Deltarune. I want to play just all through Deltarune, all in sequence. And I also want to be like blind to it so that it's more interesting, but I also don't know if that's possible. So... I have played Deltarune. I played Chapter 1 and 2. I played it all as it came out. So yeah, you can talk about Chapter 1 and 2. Even secret things. But I'm like kind of feeling like basically I don't know what I want to do. I want to celebrate Deltarune, but I don't know the way that I want to do that. Because like the most exciting way to stream it would be if I didn't know anything about it. But Rocket Fox brings up a point, and so did I honestly earlier. How the hell do you not play Deltarune Chapter 3, 4, and 5 without getting spoiled? So yeah. Problem with that approach is that I don't get to play all the Deltarunes like all in sequence, you know? I don't get to just play every chapter in order the moment they come out. Or not the moment they came out, but the moment the last one comes out. Stream them to Twitch and never look at chat. Alright, more insanely happy music. Let's go. Wait, are 3 through 5 coming out all at the same time? That was like the last news we heard, right? I'm not for sure though. Hopefully, by the time I'm playing Deltarune, I'm just gonna put the chat in sub-only mode or something, and then Flute can gift subs to people. I don't know. Just put the chat in sub-only mode. That way, if anybody wants to spoil the game, they pay $5 and then get banned. And then they have to pay $5 more. And I think VIPs and mods get to ignore sub-only rules, so... Super Bonkers EX, by the way. He's super extreme. Super extra, actually. Oh, that was Hammer Flip. I feel like that probably would have killed me. Super extra extreme. Can you set up a bot to auto-ban people? Subscribe. That'd be really bad. That'd be a very bad thing to do. On the assumption that nobody finds it funny. Non-sub only mode. People can give bans to others. Oh no. It's the worst. This is the worst idea. The best worst idea. Oh god, lasers. Does Bonkers have EX and super forms? Yeah. Bonkers has an EX form, a super form, and a super EX form. Yeah, for Deltarune, if I were streaming that, it would just have to just be sub only all the time, I think. basically meaning that only my friends get to show up and watch, and all of my friends really like Deltarune, so I think I actually would have a pretty active chat despite the restrictions. Oh wow, I stunned him. Samantha, now you're making me think about a Kirby card game. What would the rules even be? I feel like the rules have to include that there is no card for Kirby. There's no card that represents Kirby. You are not Kirby. Nobody's Kirby. Kirby is an entity of chaos that exists in the center of the board. And just kind of does things. Kirby does what he wants. You roll a die to see what Kirby does. I made an awesome save there, by the way. I'd say, yeah, you play as, like, enemies or, like, just the various creatures of the world. There are, like, legendary cards for, like, Adeline and Ribbon and stuff, and for the most part, you get, like, Waddle Bees and other assorted creatures. Maybe the strategy is you can give higher scoring points to your opponent, but that attracts Kirby's attention. Kirby wants to eat the most delicious things. Yeah, okay, so food cards you can summon to someone's board. They do not give points. All they do is attract Kirby's attention. They make the board worth more points as far as Kirby's concerned. I think I want Ninja. That WoW is doing cross-faction dungeons and raids. Ooh, I like this attack, actually. That attack's easy to dodge, I like it. So, okay, here's my take, right? Inhalable enemies are worth full points to Kirby. So, like, if you summon a Waddle Dee, Kirby's like, cool, food. But if you summon, like, a Bonkers, like an uninhalable enemy, Kirby's not as interested in it. It's not worth as many points to Kirby. But if your board is overwhelmingly worth a lot of points, Kirby will deal with that enemy anyway. So you need inhalable enemies so that you can get uninhalable enemies on the board. But that also puts you in the line of fire for Kirby. Food is worth extra points for Kirby and no points for you. So, you don't want food on your board. Or you want to figure out a way to tribute that food to Kirby. This game's starting to feel like it needs a mechanics a little bit like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you sacrifice minions to summon other minions and stuff. That was early. And I don't think it's a thing where Kirby wins. Kirby is never satisfied with the amount of food that they have eaten.